everybody, and welcome to tonight's Night Show. Today we have the topic of AI and how it's getting somewhat out of hand. I think that AI is such a pioneer right now in so many different industries. We have AI making new discoveries in cancer research, let's go to occupations as you just mentioned, right? What are the benefits of the AI being controlling over occupations, and what are the flaws of it? AI is able to do work that humans could do, but faster, much faster. Give me an example of this. Where and when have AI taken control of these occupations? In one company, a bank called Goldman Sachs, already the company is saying that 300 million jobs will be taken over by AI in the next year, and they'll have to lay off so many millions of people because AI is just so much easier for the company, and it's so much. Oh no, that's very bad. I actually know of someone who just lost their job at a bank that said that AI took over their management job, and now that person is looking for jobs, applying everywhere, but it still isn't getting it as AI is taking over. Yeah, I think especially in tech companies, because AI can do so much work in the sense of writing code and being able to analyze data and compute it, and all those different jobs and analytical problems that. Oh my god. So, about AI taking over the arts, how has this affected human creativity? AI can make art and produce art now. There's so many different forms of AI that allow you to make art, and now companies can use this art. Hi Sally, how are you? I'm doing very well. How are you? I'm great. So, what are your thoughts about AI right now? I think that AI is such a pioneer right now in so many different industries. We have AI making new discoveries in cancer research, and even being able to help people who in the police department find new things about criminals and being able to rightly convict them. But at the same time, there's so many things with AI that need to be changed. There's so many flaws, and honestly, it's just too out of hand. There's legislation that needs to be fixed, and then legislation that needs to be made to ensure that AI does not breach our own personal information, our privacy, and even our occupations. So let's go to occupations as you just mentioned, right? What are the benefits of the AI being controlling over occupations, and what are the flaws of it? For companies, I think the main part of AI in occupations is that AI is able to do work that humans could do, but faster, much faster, and also in a less expensive way. Obviously, companies have to pay employees, and that takes a good amount of the company's salary. However, the AI is much less expensive after they initially create it, and obviously it's much less of a liability for the company, as there's restriction on AI, and there's things that AI necessarily can't do, such as making mistakes. It's much harder for an AI to make a mistake than a human. So, give me an example of this. Where and when have AI taken control of these occupations? In one company, a bank called Goldman Sachs, already the company is saying that 300 million jobs will be taken over by AI in the next year, and they'll have to lay off so many millions of people because AI is just so much easier for the company, and it's so much less of a liability to them. So that's why they decided to use AI instead of using actual human employees. Oh no, that's very bad. I actually know of someone who just lost their job at a bank that said that AI took over their management job, and now that person is looking for jobs, applying everywhere, but it still isn't getting it as AI is taking over. Yeah, I think especially in tech companies, because AI can do so much work in the sense of writing code and being able to analyze data and compute it, and all those different jobs and analytical problems that typical coders or people in the tech industry do. Now AI is starting to take over those jobs, and in large amounts, there's like a mass unemployment rates now in this country because of AI taking over the tech industry. And not just the tech industry, by the way. We also see this in the writing and art industry as people and companies, just as journalism companies, that use AI in their journaling articles. Whatever. Sometimes their companies will use AI in their articles, and they'll instead of having their own writers, and they use AI to make their own ideas.
Oh my God. So, about AI taking over the arts, how has this affected human creativity?
And in so many different ways, really. Art, it's not giving necessarily people the chance to be able to produce their own art, and AI can make art and produce art now. There's so many different forms of AI that allow you to make art, and now companies can use this art for whatever purposes they want. So there's also a lot more artists that aren't able to get employed because of this. And in addition to that, people can make art, but then let's say it's already on the internet because a similar idea was made by AI. And now people will say that you just copied off of that. You copied your design off of AI. And obviously it's not true when you made it your own design, but AI can do so many different art designs that there's a chance that it could make something that's similar to your original design. So that it's always causing like a large discouragement of people going into the art industry, and people are just less creative now, not just in art, then too. Also, people are less creative in schools because we have things like ChatGPT, which takes away people's ability to think for themselves, and they just want to use ChatGPT to write things for themselves and to think for them.
I have a lot of connections with this. As an artist myself, I see a lot of art being taken over by AI, and then a lot of people say, oh, you copied this artist, but in reality, everyone had their own thought. It's just AI has mixed these thoughts completely, and it's not correct at all.
Yeah, in a recent study, actually, also going back to schools, in a recent study that there's a neuroscientific journal that says that about 6,000, in a survey of 6,000 kids, about over a third had positive reviews about AI, and that they also said that they use AI in their regular academic problems and in their work at school.
Dang, that's like a lot of AI misuse. That's not really good, as the youth of this generation is going to be ruling over our Earth one day. And it's not right, as many people, they're cheating on their exams right now. We can take an engineer, for an example, a future engineer, let's say. If he's cheating on his English essay or his math exam with photomath as an AI, or ChatGPT as an AI, or even this new Snapchat AI, which has been formally made, we don't know how he'll cheat in the future. We don't know if bridges will collapse or anything will go wrong because he cheated and used AI, and because we don't know if AI can make mistakes or not.
Yeah, and there's been so many, AI has been able to do so many things. It can even pass the bar exam for lawyers, and they can pass that with ease. Also the SAT and the baccalaureate exams. AI is able to take some of these tests, which makes it so easy for people to cheat and to get around AI. Not only is it easy for people to cheat, on topic of using AI for bad purposes, people can even hack with AI, and the AI gives so many people the ability to hack and to get into people's information, especially with ChatGPT. A few months ago, there was a breach at OpenAI, and the OpenAI is ChatGPT. It was breached by a bunch of hackers, which were able for about a day or so to take people's information who had logged into ChatGPT and were using ChatGPT. So their information, maybe their addresses, and not just the ChatGPT, actual information of the account, but also the the database in general, the different responses that ChatGPT has made, which obviously you see the big problem, because then these people, these hackers, can take ChatGPT and they can use all that information that they stole from the website and then obviously use that to hack other people in turn, which we can see is a big problem, especially because there's not enough legislation around privacy and security in AI.
Yeah, oh my God. I know a lot of people who have gotten hacked, let's say on video games or so, or just even in general on their school account by AI. As technology is advancing, yes, we're getting more protected, but we're also getting more weak by this, because AI can take over what we have protected on our firewall, on our shell. And it's not getting bright, as I know many friends of mine, including me actually, that have gotten hacked on their school account by random people. And I've lost a lot of things and lost a lot of documents, which downgraded my grade a lot. And that wasn't really good. So how do you recommend we solve these issues? And how do you think we can advance AI, but also keep it controlled so people wouldn't use it in a bad way?
I think we can do this by just creating more legislation. Not necessarily more, but a clear, defined legislation that says what AI can do and what AI cannot do. Because as of right now, it's a gray area, and we know it's not very black and white, because there's so many benefits in AI, because it's doing so much research. Like I said earlier, there's so much things that AI is pioneering in and that's helping in. But at the same time, AI can just has this detriment to people in schools, in hacking and taking security and data information, which is obviously a problem on the security and the privacy in Americans and the people all around the world, really. So I think we can do this by just creating one broad, defined term of what AI can and cannot do, and then after that, we make sure that if any AI that is not doing that and is breaching that law can be punished or fined in some way.
And how do you recommend we punish these people, as we won't know the exact information if they did it or not, as they can clear it if they're hacking? So let's say, for an example, they had a Roblox account and they had taken the Roblox currency from another person. How can we be so sure that it wasn't another person? And how can we be so sure that it's not this person?
I think if we also enforce this tracking on apps like Roblox, as you said, if we enforce tracking on those types of apps and even on ChatGPT, that it's not so anonymous that people can still see, that people can see who's doing this to them, and people can be able to, and that the company itself is able to see who's interacting with you at this time, or we're writing about this. If we have less anonymity, then we'll be able to make sure that these people who are doing these bad things will be able to get punished.
Wow, there's a lot of information to that. And that was a lot of flaws. So let's talk about the benefits now. How has AI helped us as a society?
I think, AI has helped us in so many ways. There's in the cancer industry, AI has done so much research in that, and we've become closer and closer and closer to be able to find a cure. There are scientists that are saying in the next 100 or so years that we might be able to find it. And obviously that will help a large amount of people. And not just the cancer industry, also with diabetes. AI is able to use insulin, use the coding for insulin to be able to help people who do have diabetes, to help that protein that's not functioning to be able to work, and they're able to look at certain people's documents in their files and how their body works and their genetic information, and they're able to take the insulin, be able to work their way through that so that they can edit it so the diabetes doesn't bother them as much. And I think that's obviously very important. It helps people with those problems. But then we also see the fact that if AI is doing this, it has access to these people's little genetic information. How can other people use that? They're going to basically hack that. So that's the main problem at hand.
That's not a very It might not be an exceptional way, but it is really great that we get these insulin covers for these diabetic people. Those are all the questions I have for you today. What are your final thoughts about this? Is it good, bad?
I think AI, it's a gray area, as I said before. It's good in the sense that it's pioneering for us. It's helping us learn about so many more topics and so many different things. But at the same time, there are different flaws that we need to tackle when it comes to AI.
Well, that's it today, people. Have a nice day.
Thank you.